And we are live. So let me know in the chat if you can hear me, or if the music's too loud, or anything like that. And we have to get back into building this. Or let's make it bigger. That's better. So, what are we working on today? Well, we have to fix the build. The last day I started this, basically, I left it in a state that it broke as soon as I tried to deploy it to Vercel. So I'm going to go on and fix that first and work on that from there. So let's have a look. Where are we at? We got the cards done the last day. I'll have to actually find the icons to fix this. And we'll see how it goes. If you have any questions during it, just jump in and ask. So, starting to look good though. I'm really liking the waves. Thanks to Jhey. Yeah, there's a link in the description for Jhey's little generator that I used to create these. So it's starting to look slick now. And we've got the animating options here as well. So it's starting to get there. Slowly but surely coming together. And yeah, not so bad. Where are we? Okay, so what's broken on this? This is the error. I tried to boot this up this morning. I wanted to push up the changes. And I got a thing saying that layouts in workpath pages posts. So I'm guessing the blog posts are broken then from reading this. And we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to jump into the posts code. Or actually, let's just try go to a post first. So if I go to a post. Yeah, okay, so this is what's broken. So I need to fix this, and when I fix this, I should see, I'm going to zoom out because that'll affect my CSS in a little while when I go to fix it. But yeah, I'm going to get that layout working correctly. So in pages, posts, let's close this off. Posts, Next.js. Import layout from components layout. Did I get rid of the layout the last day? Maybe I did. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hold on. My battery's gonna die soon on this. So, let me make sure I have a backup. Dun, dun, dun. Well, how far is my battery gonna die? Low battery, 2%. We'll get 2%. I might take some questions then while I wait for a couple minutes for it to charge up. As always, I forget to charge things before these things, and then I have nice disasters. So, what are we going to do? Right, layout is coming in from components, layout. Components, layout is now in a folder. Is that coming in from the index.js? Layout, yeah. Okay, so I can bring in layout from components. So if I go back to my slug.js, import layout from components. Let's see if that fixes that. And I should be able to get rid of this. take a look. Boom, refresh. Still broken. Oh, I didn't save. That helps. Haven't touched my keyboard today, so I'm feeling a bit cold at it. Okay, so layout is not defined. Now it is. Now it should work. It's a little bit broken, and I can fix that layout afterwards because I'm going to want to put a few nice things in for the posts, but it is starting to look as I expected, which is nice. And if we jump back over, that's that. So I think I can push this up now to get git add dot git commit. Plug this in for a second while I do this. Git commit minus m fixes layout import. It's capital L, isn't it? Git push. Oh, I'm in the... Well, that's going to take a while. I was in the dev terminal, so there was a process already running, so nothing was working. So that explains why everything was going a bit weird. So git add, git commit, minus m, fixes layout import in slug. Perfect. And thank you. Yeah, it's getting there. We're slowly getting there. It's a little bit... I'm changing things all the time because I get people in and they give me suggestions, and then I break things by taking suggestions live. So it's always fun doing it as well. Git push. And hopefully this fixes the issue I had. Okay, let's watch this for a minute. See if it works. That's the real fun in this. If I'll get a successful build again. This branch had an error while being deployed. Do I have to refresh this page, do I? Okay, it's pending. Pending. We'll get there. What's everyone doing for the weekend? Anything fun? Anyone studying anything, or is anyone going to actually enjoy their weekend like a normal person? I need a bit of caffeine. Ooh, and things went green, which means all is good. And I can merge this pull request, and I have everything as I expected. Merged. So if you check out in the video description, I have a link to the live site, so it's all up to date now. It wasn't up to date from last week because of that break, but I wanted to show people what I fixed to fix the break. So you can have a look at that if you want now. And if I jump into my site now, where are we? This I planned on animating, so I might have a look at that in a little while. But I'd also like to get these waves working on the footer. Oh, why is this all gone? Oh, I'm guessing all the paths have changed now for... Oh yeah, it's not working now. Yarn dev. Maybe this will fix it. If there's actually a dev server working, that might help. Nice. Any minute now. Any minute. And we have, yeah, the images are back. We can see the icons. I'd like to get some of the moving waves for the footer here now to keep everything uniform, or add in the waves colors. Yeah, you see this bottom wave has a different color than the background here, so I have to fix that. And then everything should be okay, I think, for a start. I might change some of the sizings and things because it's a bit weird. I'll need to download these icons. I did get some illustrations done by a designer of mine, so I didn't design these illustrations myself. I'm definitely not that good at illustrating, so it's just interesting to add those in so it looks a little bit better. I might start putting in some of the text as well, but we're getting there. The homepage is nearly done. I have a few more things to put in, like the logos. I didn't fetch them yet, so I might not put them in today, but we are getting there. Any suggestions from the chat? Anything you'd like to see? Or if you have any questions, just ask. I'll do my best to answer them. Yeah, the waves are looking slick. This is an idea I got from Jhey. He jumped on, gave me this crazy idea, and then he went and made a generator tool to actually build it. So I'm going to actually jump into where is it? It's in the description of this video. Copy. So if you're looking to make waves like this, Jhey, the crazy genius, has created this where I can just go in and change speeds and opacities and heights and make some crazy looking waves, and then copy and paste it in. So pretty handy stuff, in fairness. So where are we going? We need to get this in. So I'm probably going to put a wave at an angle. So that means I'm probably going to need a linear gradient of sorts to add in that angled effect. I might put a slight angle on the footer as well, just to give it a little bit of an unusual kind of roll to it, but I mightn't even need that. I do need waves here. This needs to be darker because right now it's not that dark. So it should, and I need to add in this as well. Kodu is Irish for coding, image and things. So I might even work on this now. Just get this in to start. And then we'll be in a nice little spot to continue on. Actually, no, this isn't the way. Hold on. These are a lot of different variations. This isn't the variation I've been working on. This is the variation. This is the one that Adrian Taurag has. Taurog. I'm butchering the poor guy's name. He worked on. And this is where I want it. I want the text from the old one. So here. But I want it to look like this. So for that, I need to put a max width and things, or else it'll look a bit weird. We could end up, especially on my like 49-inch monitor, it might spread out too far. Let me just check this went live successfully on LinkedIn as well. Boom, boom. Okay, yeah, we're good. It's all there. Nice and dandy. I forgot I'm streaming this to LinkedIn as well. So let's get into, where are we going to work on? We have this. Could probably do the nav bar. I think I'd like to get the waves working properly. So let's jump in and play with some of these waves. I don't need this. It's not being used, so let's delete that. And what do we want? We want text here for this. We need this image as well. I might take in this whole image for now. Yeah, that's one image. Let's export this. Is that in it yet? Alright, forgetting if it's there or not. Okay, we don't have that image yet. Let's give this some padding, waves, colors. Yeah, we just have. I'm gonna just do a bit of general cleanup right now to start, and then it'll be easier. Pages, index. Is this in the blog section that I have some waves there? Ah, actually, that's what I was meant to do the last day. Because I'm going to use a few more of these waves, what I was going to do is componentize it, because I keep on, you'll see where there's a lot of duplication of code. So I'm going to create a component out of waves. And that way I'll be able to, because I'm kind of copy and paste. I have a copied here, copied here, copied here, copied. It's going to be copied there. And it'll be copied here. So rather than trying to mess around with that, I can just get a straight gradient then for this and let the piece on top float at the top, and that should fix it. So let's componentize the waves, because everyone loves the waves on this now. I wish they were my own idea even. Boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Wave, wave, wave. I'm just here sitting around kind of hoping that it'll do itself. Let's look for a wave. Okay. What if I put in the sections? Blog. Is there a wave in here? There is not. So call to action, is there a wave in here? No. Services, there definitely is a wave here. Okay, so here's the wave. A wave to the word Kodu. Where? Where are you thinking about doing that? Where have I even written? Oh, like here? Maybe. I wonder what that would look like. I might play around with some styling and animations for the SVG style things. Like I do have this logo without the round piece, but I could do it on the logo itself, the outer colored piece, like here. That might look nice with a bit of movement. I don't know how to do that just yet, but I'll figure it out. That's what it's all about. Try, experiment, and figure it all out. Okay. So we have the services top wave. Ah, at the top, yeah, you were thinking the same thing as me. Yeah, maybe that would look pretty cool. I might try that. It might be interesting, actually. I never thought of doing it, but it's kind of the perfect element in the way it works anyway, and that's kind of where I get all this wavy style from, was from the logo itself. It's a much more crazier than my current site, so I can go mad. I don't really mind. So, let's get these waves componentized so I can start using them everywhere. How are we going to do that? We're going to split this to the right, just so I have access to it. Let me full screen this for a second for anyone that's watching. So I'm going to split this to the right so I have access to it. And then in the components itself, I'm going to create a new folder called waves. And the waves are going to take some styles, I guess. New file, waves.js. And a new file of waves.module. And look, it's Stefan is here now as well. I'm going to say good morning. It feels like morning because I just had my breakfast. I had a bit of a lie-in today. I was lazy today. Oh, I stopped typing here. Module.css. Sweet. Okay, so we do have waves.module, wave.thing. How am I doing other components? Yeah, I'll just export default function. Import default function waves, and we will return some JSX. So we're going to steal all this because they're my fancy little waves. And I'm going to make it dynamic. I'm going to position it top, bottom, or give it some more dynamic props to change some things here based on what I want to do with it, because I think I can get crazy with these waves. And if you want to steal any of the code, there is the GitHub repo is attached, I think, in the link below as well. So if you like any of the styles or anything else, you can just go into the GitHub repo, clone it, and start stealing a lot of this for your own projects, because there's a couple of really nifty things in here. Okay, export default waves. And what I'm going to have to remember to bring in now is import styles from boom. Okay, there is no styles in here though, so let's steal the wave styles from here. No, where did I have the wave styles? .waves .wave container. Any minute now. Okay, here we are. So this is all my styles for the waves. So I can throw this in and see where we get to. Oh, I forgot I had this full up today. Yeah, I am here. I actually just made the screen no face cam today. Yeah, there is definitely. I just forgot I had a full screen while I was splitting the screens in case people couldn't see it. And once I have this saved in now, I can close off this side and start trying to make the waves work here. And I need to dynamically create these, basically add a style of top or bottom based on where I want it. So exactly. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pass in a prop called position, which is going to be, is it the top or bottom of the thing? And it'll kind of, yeah, where I want it positioned. So let's have a look. How are these styles done at the moment? I think I need wave container top -1, bottom -1. Okay, so if it's top, okay, what I'm going to do to make this a little bit more, because I want to be able to position it, I suppose, depending, I'm not sure what way. Or actually, let's just work with it with this for now. We'll have it, if it's top styles, if it's bottom styles, and it should flip based on that. So let's see how that works. Bottom, top is, yeah, no, that's right. And then the color needs to be able to change, really, depending on how do I add, or how does anyone know, to dynamically change a variable color from inside the, yeah, if we can dynamically create the color for this, like the wave background color. Right now, what are they? I think I'm hard coding it into the SVG itself. Which might not be that good. So what do I want to do? I want to size 50%. Yeah, I need to change the color of the SVG. I'll worry about that after I get it working, because that's another problem. So we have the waves position, top or bottom, basically. So we will say if we'll default it to the bottom, I think, or the top. Which one it is less? Yeah, we'll default it to the bottom. And so we'll say, yeah, we can do that in here. Position is equal to top. Actually, I'll just lowercase it. Top. Well, then we are going to say hero styles container top or bottom. I think their styles already in there, so let's see what will happen. Yeah, I'm thinking with Phil as well. So right now what I've done is I've hard coded the color in the SVG, so I need to probably remove whatever I've done that and then add a style. But you see, it's a background image. Yeah, see, it's a background image. It's not really picking up CSS styles, so I'd have to add it to global CSS styles, I think, to say SVG background color. I think you'll see the problem in a few minutes. We'll worry about that. I'll definitely need some help with that, though. So now we have position top, position. So let's try add this in. Oh yeah, so it's not style hero styles. We're going styles. I should have just went Command Shift L. Styles. That's a bit of developer kung fu is a little bit better than repeating myself. So styles at wave container. This should be all there. And then I am going to export default as wave. I literally asked Jhey last night, I was like, are you playing football tomorrow? Because I could need help. So he's off playing football, so no good for me. Flying blind today, that's all right. It's better if I learn rather than cheat the whole time. So we have that. And where are we? We're going to go to stories. Or where is it? Posts? Services. Let's import waves from... Do not have any components in here yet? Okay. So import waves. Oh yeah, what was he doing on the Houdini last night? Sorry, we're talking. Curious now. Although it's never that crazy when it's, if it was anybody else I'd be like, this is insane. But he just has so much talent when it comes to figuring out these weird animations and the maths behind it. So let's see. Right, I'm about to break things. So we have services here, and I'm about to change. Which one am I meant to change? Okay, so it's not the top here, it's wave container. Hola, Tommy. Great to have you here. So let's try this out and see how badly it goes. Position equals bottom. I don't even think I need one. I think it's by default it's bottom. So let's see what happens when I just put in waves. So nothing changed, which means I didn't screw up something too badly. Was that his cyberpunk buttons, Stefan? In fact, is anyone playing cyberpunk yet? I'm curious. I'm terrible with RPGs. I have a very addictive personality, so I tend to try and stay away from RPGs or anything like that because I just get sucked in and I find it very difficult to pull myself out. Okay, so I think I have that, and I'm going to just put it on just to see if it's working. Let's do position top for here. Okay, yeah, so it's working as I expected, which is nice. Maybe actually, would this make more sense if I call this like flip? Flip. Yeah, let's go in and call that flip. If I have waves, I can say flip is a boolean, and I can just say flip. I think that's nicer. Yeah, let me check. I'll have to see if you find the code pen, I'll add it in. I'm always curious. I'll have a little look. Bum, 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 bum. So where else are we going to use the wave? Hero. We have a wave in here. That's also at the bottom. Okay. Let's call this waves. And we will import waves. Okay, so this is just asking me to put a name. So hero. Okay, that's better. Nice. Okay, so this is starting to work as expected because I had duplicated classes everywhere to create those waves, and I was pulling in different styles from all over the place. So now I have this working as expected. Can I go into here? I can delete all these waves now, I think. That should be okay. Okay, so the how we work is now broken. So we need to jump in there and change out. I'm gonna steal the import from the top of the hero and add it in. So import waves. How we work.js. Is that how we work? That has... Oh, it's the top of services, isn't it? Services. Top. Yeah. So I can put in waves, flip. And that works as expected. Nice. Looks pretty slick now. I'm going to add in a little bit of padding to the services. So if I go into the section.container, let's make this 200. That's better. Maybe a little. Maybe I don't need a margin bottom as much. Okay, that's not so bad. SVGs with absolute positioning. So I'll walk you through that because this is all thanks to Jhey. I was doing the SVG waves. I wasn't animating them. And then Jhey came along and just blew me away. He actually made an entire generator to help me out with this because he's just ridiculous like that. So he decided it was a great idea to just, instead of just showing me how to do things, he was like, no, I'll build an entire generator. So we have this generator here that he created. And basically what it does is lets you generate the waves here. And behind the scenes, what is happening, just to show you, because it wasn't a million miles away from what I had before he did this. I use a background image here, which is the SVG for that wave. And from that wave, that's what I'm generating. It makes 3 of those. I add it to each of the waves. There you go. There's different heights and widths. And yeah, it makes things very easy for me. So now what I have to do is figure out how I can go about dynamically changing some of these details. But on a nice side of things is I have a sort of look of what I want now. So what I want to do now is add probably to the top of here, I'll add one, and to the bottom of here, I'll add one. And that should do everything I hope it does. So let's see what happens. But yeah, we're getting there. Starting to look shiny. Shiny and pretty. Shiny and pretty. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the colors as well. I think they're a bit out there, but I think, isn't gradients coming back? Aren't gradients in fashion again? And what am I looking for? I can close this off for a second. Yeah, so I need to just flip these waves, add a few waves, and then I need to figure out how to change the colors of them. So that should be, I'll have to Google it. I'm not too sure. Or else somebody can tell me, how do I change CSS variables from within a React component? Because that's what I'm sort of lost on at the moment. And I'm sure somebody else knows. Okay, I might also give this a better effect as well. So if we go to the blog post, we want to add to the bottom. Where are my sections? So I have this here, which is my wave at the bottom. Now it's flat, so I might... What could go wrong by just deleting it? Import waves. Okay, that's not what I expected, so I need to add some padding to the bottom, I'm guessing. Where's some margin? Let's have a look. Maybe I just need more. What happens if I put this up to 800? Oh, that just keeps on pushing this down. Yeah, that's not what I want. So what I want is to, let's see where the spacing is being added. So if I inspect this. Thanks, Richard. It's starting to get there. I'm getting there. So the blog container has a load of padding, and for some reason, it is like, this is really hard for anyone to see. I might even change the color for a minute so you can see it, but basically the waves are coming over here. I need them to drop down a little bit, and they're not behaving. Position relative, margin bottom. Let's put padding. Okay, that's working a little bit more as I expected. But still not as I expected. So I'm going to why? Age-old question. Why? So this is my wave. This is this. It could be just the way this is set up as well. Padding. Okay, that's a little bit better now. What did I turn off? Blog container padding 40 pixels. Ah, look, I'm an idiot. Oh, I was turning off the padding. So what I was falling prey to the cascading effect of CSS by just not really doing much. So I want to actually change this gray to be slightly darker, probably, because I think anywhere that gray is, it's very hard to tell that it's a gray at all. So the color is wrong here. It's right here. And then I need to put it in the footer now instead of what I had. So footer. Oh yeah, I have an SVG in here. So what I'm going to do is yeah, let's just delete it. See what happens. I think I've saved things. Oh, okay. Import container from there, import waves from there. Waves is going to go in here, and I'm going to say flip. Just imagine a kick flip, it's way cooler then. And what the hell happened? Okay, some weirdness is going on. That's okay. It's just a little weird. Footer SVG. Okay, so now so I'll say background color var pink for the moment, just so I can see everything. Boom. Okay. Okay, sorry, that the other thing wasn't this at all, so I'm gonna copy this. What that SVG was my logo, so I still wanted this. So it's this that I actually just deleted out, and I want to copy this gradient basically. So I'm going to go to my buttons or my main and steal wherever that button color is. And jump back in to the footer. Sounds slightly like Super Mario Brothers there. Bum, 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 bum. Nice. So I can then drop the padding at the bottom, I think. Yeah, because right now, what's going on? Okay, I can turn off the height a little bit. So there's a height on this. Padding bottom 60 pixels we'll say for now. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, I might give it a little bit more. Let's give it 120. I know what the 20 is. Boom. Fresh it up. That starts to look pretty cool. Alright, and there is some motion here as well. It's very hard to see. What I need to fix now is figure out how we can dynamically create some styling for this, which I'm not looking forward to, but I'll get there. I don't even know if I can do what I can do or do what I'm thinking of, and that's change the variable. But I suppose if I add a class to it, I should be able to. Can I? No, I don't think I can. Change color of SVG background image. Welcome into. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is saying use it as like a data URL. So I might need to pull this in to dynamically create it. I'll just zoom in so people can see what I'm looking at. I am trying to figure out how to modify this color here, because as you can see, it's slightly different background color. I need it to be white and not this gray color. I guess what I could do. Aha, easy way around this. I'm thinking what I could do for the waves is add an image, which will be the URL to the image, and then make the background image change, and then I don't have to really worry about it. I can just, if I need to update the waves, because that way I could create different waves. And sorry, let's have a look. So we say, if I bring in the image, does anyone else have a better idea than this? If I just brought in the image URL rather than just trying to hack in the color into it, into the background image. So I could then dynamically change the image if I needed to. So I'd have the default value of what's there, or else it would be this image. So here, I could bring in this. And I could say styles equals background image. Does this work? Is everything broken? Maybe I need to put it all in a string. Nope, that definitely didn't work. Now we can see the waves definitely not working anymore. Weird. So why isn't that working? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. They're just using backticks. I was right. It was just needed to be a string. So if, yeah, images is a public path, so that's why I'm pulling it in like this. Weird. I thought that might pick up the public path, because if I go in here, see, that's a public path, so it's relative, but it probably doesn't work inside JavaScript the same way. It's very rare I do something like this. I've never done this before, so hence why I'm a little bit weirded out by it. But let's continue. And I could then say $image, and I could say const default image equals, I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. I don't think I'm meant to be doing it this way at all. So if I do that and bring that in, does it work? Okay, that works. So I need the actual path. But that broke. Why did that break that? Okay, so that didn't flip it anymore. Now why didn't it flip? So I might have to flip based outside here as well. So we can say image or default image. So I can pass it an image or a default image. So right now it has the default image. It's not flipping as expected, so let's bring out the flip styles into here as well. Okay, I must have deleted that, did I? Oh yeah, that's better. But then did I bring back in the image? If I delete this, maybe. Okay. I got excited. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? It's the next question. Bum, 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 bum. I don't want to write all this in okay. Maybe it's not, maybe I'm just thinking about it wrong. So maybe it's actually in here, is it? Yeah, that's actually a good idea, but I just want to see if it's working at all first to take it in, because right now I can't hijack it at all. So what I'm trying to do is see if I can get it in dynamically this way. But it doesn't seem to be coming in as expected. So what do I want to do to fix that? So background size, I have no background image. Because I'm thinking basically that I should have this kind of, that should have worked. Ravine, how are you doing? I'm just here breaking things. Dun, 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 dun. I guess I'd have to would that work? I think it might. We'll see. What happens if I put that in? I should be able to grab that SVG. Yeah, that's in there. Perfect. So if I put in the whole path, I might get it. So I can say style equals back. How's the talk go, Praveen? Nice. Praveen's first talk, so well done. Congrats. It's always the hardest one, is to get the first big one out of the way. Huzzah, it's something. Okay, so that's... They actually look really cool. So... That's nice. Okay, so I can now take that and add that to here. Here. And here, I guess. Nice. Okay. So I can pass it in. And I'm going to take Tommy's advice and maybe just add a style if there is an image, basically. Style null. Can I put a null style? Will that break everything? What happens if I put null in here? I'm not sure, and I'm going to find out. Okay, that works. Doesn't break everything. Nice. Nice. So you can tell me what was the talk about, Praveen, today? I know I should have looked at it. It's such a mental week. I didn't even get to look into what you were talking about or that as well. Bum, bum, bum. Default image or image. So like this would be not a good idea for one. For, as Tommy pointed out, like let's override the image. Let's try override this image. I'm going to change this in a second. So please remind me in the chat when I definitely forget to do this. Because I will just override the default background image that's in the CSS. But what I need to do is change the color of the SVG creating a URL shortener with email verification using NodeMailer. That's interesting. I had a fun idea for a project coming up soon, which will need kind of a URL shortener as well. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty hefty project. Well done. How long was the talk, Praveen? Okay, so we have this, we have this. Oh, I'm doing this the wrong way around. Sure, I'd never get the image. Whoops. Okay, everything's still working. Now I can start changing the SVGs, hopefully. So this is the one I need to change. So to do that, what do I have to do? Nice. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see that. Was it recorded or anything? That sounds pretty interesting. Because putting a bit of juice into this. Nice. Okay, so what do we have to do now? Well, I have to put a new image in, so I got to make a copy of the old image. I'll make a couple of images or waves called different colors basically and throw them in. And then I'll be able to mess around with it, I guess. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I can probably just override the styles of the heights in here as well. So where am I going? Oh, we have this. Let's copy the... Where's my images? Yeah, it is just a fill. There's definitely a less hacky way to do this. And I'm going to figure that out afterwards, but I want to get something working first. And after that, we can worry about making it prettier or nicer, more semantic. So if I change this to white, I should have my white images now. Yeah, white. Perfect. So static images in component Next.js. Okay, so I should be just able to Let's try it out. So which one do I have to change? It's this one, so that's the bottom of services, is it? Image equals for the moment. Let's try it out. Okay. It's kind of doing what I wanted. There's this gap here. Huh, okay. Ah, it's the margin that's throwing that off, isn't it? So if I change that to... Not quite, but I think I know where I'm going wrong here. So the margin is showing... Yeah, I see that, Praveen, as well. I was just having a nightmare a few minutes ago with the references not working. So if I go /images... Oh yeah, well, it's not going to work now because of what I just edited. You can actually see that that image doesn't come in, but if I do the entire path... Huh, I must have broke something here. I had the entire path for safety for the moment. Because I'm after breaking something. Where the hell? What did I do? Great. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so it's working. Now let's go and change. I just try to change one thing at a time. So I should get images. Nice. Be good. Yes. A minute ago, what I was trying to figure out how to do that in the JSX land. I thought I might have to import, like using something like Create React App, where you have to kind of go fetch the reference for the image, basically. So Next.js is just way smarter. And nice. So I'm going to make the gray slightly darker, I think. You can't even see the subtleties here, maybe. Slightly darker gray. And I'm going to have to change my light gray. Might be slightly too dark. But looking back at the designs here, this is what I'm trying to get to, is it's this sort of gray, really. Well, that's a different gray to up here. So it's just that it's actually a different section. So I just have the wrong color. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Let's just make this one itself a darker gray, and I can add a better... I can add a specific darker gray one for this, and add a darker gray for this, and it should be okay, depending. So let's have a look. Where's my wave? So if I just go back in here. I should be able to... I know what I was forgetting. Basically, what I was doing before is I was doing this instead of this. So the / is very important, as we can see for obvious reasons now, because things don't work without it. So I am going to change the gray back to where it was. Change the gray at the bottom to be darker. That's white now. So where is my wave? Boom, 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 boom. I like having a standing up desk for these things now. I would probably be half asleep if I was sitting down, so I've gotten a stand-up desk over the last couple of weeks, and it's been really good for just, you know, meetings and things, not just keeling over randomly. Okay, so that's there. This needs to be a darker gray now, so let's jump into the call to action section. Call to action. Background color is going to be... I'm going to just change this to gray for a second. Okay, that's perfect. So we can say var. What's my gray here? I think this is the one I'm going to take. Call to action. Where did I put that? Oh, I'm going by it. Call to action dot module. So we'll call it boom gray. Looks a bit. Is that too dark? I think it's still a bit too dark. So I'm going to go into my gray, change that. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. So what I need to do now is in here, I need to what do I need to do? I need to change. Yeah, I'll change this to variables after, but it's just, what do I need to do? I need to put the wave in here, that darker gray, and down here. So the footer needs to have that darker gray now. So to do that, I will create a new copy of this. Boom. And we'll call this gray. And the gray will have the same hex as this. Boom, boom, boom. We will then go into the, what are we doing? It's just, okay, it is working. Thought I broke something. What are we going into? We're going to go into the footer. Find that. Where am I using the image already? With an image. Probably the top of this one that I need the reset. Where's the services, I think? Services. Yeah, this is what, just to remember what shape it's meant to be in. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask them. I'll do my best in my confusion here to answer them appropriately. Might be difficult, but I'll get there. And then I can go into the footer. Say flip and gray. That looks pretty nice now. And for our blog, we can add in this without the flip, and it should look okay. That's okay. I'm kind of derailing myself today, Praveen. Nice. Looks pretty nice now. Okay, so now this is actually starting to look really nice, isn't it? So we have the footer. Actually, my address has changed, so I need to change this. Well, Praveen, you can see I'm just drinking water now today. That's why I'm a little bit sleepy and took a lie in this morning. It was my first few pints of Guinness in a long time, because obviously with lockdown and everything else, it's been difficult to get out. So it was nice to get out and get a meal and a few pints. But it has made me feel a little bit tired today, as you can imagine, for some weird reason. But yeah, I had a good time. It was nice to catch up. I have a Christmas party on Tuesday then as well, with a few cowboys. So we'll see how that goes. I think that'll be a little bit more, that'll be harder on the body, I think. With the cowboys I'm going out with. So this looks really nice now. Everyone else think this looks pretty cool? All these waves, pretty shiny. Let's just check something. Let's see how these waves perform when I get small. They don't look too bad at all when they're on a small screen either. Nice. Obviously the rest of my site looks awful, but I was just checking it, because how annoying would it be if I've wasted like an hour 20 minutes trying to get this componentized nice waves working, and then it's just like, oh well, it won't work elsewhere. Yeah, it's unusual for my streams, I know, but it's also morning time, so yeah, these definitely need a bit of a gap and things as well. Yeah, they should definitely be a little bit wider. They should be probably taking up as much space as these cards, really, to space them out. So I could probably make them wider full stop. Now, let's get a little bit of work done on getting the image in here. Well, I say morning, it's 2 p.m. It's morning because I laid in bed for too long, which I never normally do. I usually get up at 6:30 every day, and today I got out of bed at 9:30ish. Well, I got up at 6:30 and then decided to go back to bed at after at about 7:30. I just decided it wasn't a day for me, and that's why I still feel like it's kind of morning, even though it's not. It's 2 p.m. here, so it's not morning at all. I don't know why. I'm just in that kind of mood. It's a lazy Saturday for obvious reasons. Okay, so that. We need to dynamically create some of the tags for this after as well. So I might go back to this in a little bit because I have to create different tags for these. I think I'm going to steal all this styling. I'm going to be launching in the new year or starting to work on the Kodu community platform. And I think I'll use all this styling for that. This will probably be butchered and torn apart to create the new site as well. So that'd be fun as well. Okay, let's add this in. Half 7? What do you mean, is that an Irish thing? 7:30 in the morning? Why, does nobody else get up then? No, that was an actual time. So maybe it's just a coincidence that it's a thing. Images. Why? Board. Hero board. Sorry, I'm renaming things. Yeah, 7:30. Actually, yeah, I forget that is weird to a lot of countries that we say things like that. As you can tell, I'm not very well traveled, so I forget that people don't talk exactly like me. I was on Caleb Curry's stream the other day. I can't remember what I was saying. What was I saying? All I know is everyone thought I was saying carrot. So what a character. Maybe I was saying character. But they thought I was saying carrot and nobody could get it. But yeah, it can be. I'm gonna put that to the desktop. Sorry, I'm trying to get this image for some reason won't add in to this. I'm trying to figure out something here. This is very weird. Why? I'm literally trying to drag over an image into a folder and it's not working. So this is just I'm going to have to, I think, drag and drop it in the Finder itself. And I'm going to do that off screen. No, it's just not. Projects. Sorry, this is boring for a second because I am on my other screen going through my folders trying to discover trying to figure out why things aren't working. Okay, I have it here now. Beautiful. It was only a small ordeal to get that into there. Oh, Praveen, you know there's lots of fun coming. But yes, I'll be looking for writers and other things, but there is a platform on its way. Oh great, my mouse died. But there is, yeah, we're going to be working, and I'll be looking for some help from the community obviously as well, for some blog posts, for some cheat sheets, and some just things to help people learn to code. I will probably start making some free video courses for people that I'll add up on there as well. And if I'm strongly considering adding some memberships and donation buttons so I can collect money through Code community and give 100% of it back to the open source development community, because thankfully business is good, so I don't need the content finances to really work for me. So I will probably hand it all back to the community, or the open source web development community. All right, I'm gonna have to grab my laptop up for a moment. Whoa. Shouldn't have touched that. Okay, hold on. I've broke everything. 1 second. Okay, what did I do? I shouldn't have touched anything. So I'm after busting things here, I think, slightly. So give me a second and I'll get back on track. Boom, ba, dum. Where? Share screen again. Better. Okay, so how we work is there. We still have to do this section. Let me bump this back up. And we have to do this. You can throw the link in the chat here as well, Praveen, if you want. I don't know if are the links being blocked for anyone that's trying these things in the chat. How's my battery doing on my mouse? 1%. Oh, that's very bad. That's definitely not a good state to be in. So, give me a second actually with this. So yeah, we'll be trying to get people involved. So I'd love if people, anyone that's in the chat really, or whatever else, if you haven't joined the Discord and you're interested in helping out on or writing blog posts or writing content and hopefully getting even featured on the channel here and working with myself on the Code community platform, yeah, jump into Discord. I'll be very early in January starting to look for help on building things out, and it should be really fun. I'm looking forward to building a resource that's free for people to start learning and building things. And we have Sid in the chat. Welcome, Sid. There's somebody I'll annoy to help me get my DevOps set up for the Code community, in fairness. How are things today? All the way from Boston. That's nearly as far as India, I think, Praveen. Maybe not as far. We'll see. So, yeah, I'm curious if anyone has any ideas. Start brainstorming. I'll be putting up very shortly in the next couple of weeks. We'll start putting some ideas on what you want to get out of the community. And then from there, we'll just start building something. We'll probably use this site for theming. I have some designs for the blog itself already done. I can probably show you a sneak preview of that if anyone's curious. That's very useful. That's nice. So there's not a lot of that out there right now, because I know I tend to Google it because I build apps all the time, and then it's like at the end of it I go and scramble to try and remember all the production best practices for getting these apps up and running. Okay, let me go into the Studio Praveen and try to bum. Why can't I? Okay, next time. What I'll do, Praveen, next time is I'll make you a moderator, and then you'll be able to handle all this for me. Because I have no idea right now when I'm looking for this. I'm here looking through the settings in the background to figure out how to get some of the get stuff working, really, because I should be able to see the comments, but they're not coming up for some reason here. What have I forgotten to add? Oh well, weird. Oh, I'll definitely be getting in. We'll definitely need some help on things. As I said, I know you're writing some articles as well, so I'd love to get some people involved and making it a really good resource. Okay, let's jump into... Why can't I see the blocked comments? Yeah, send it in there. I thought I would be able to see things. Okay, let's continue. So I'm going way off tangent here. Okay, we have the hero PNG. What else was it? Bum. Just seeing if I'm forgetting. I had a little to-do list to the side here as well to make sure I didn't forget anything. So we will jump into the hero section now. And we're going to... What are we going to do? We're going to make a grid of sorts in here, I think. I don't think... Let's find out what happens when I do this. I can probably put this into... Let's leave that there and see what happens. I don't know if it will be brought in when I start doing this, but we want the image... No. Import image from next image. Okay, that's what I want to do. Import image from next image. And in there, we will have to put this in here. source is going to be equal to whatever the thing was, and yeah, I want to put it to the source of images slash hero board .png. Don't ask me where I got the name for this one. I just panicked because I thought that's why it wasn't working and called it that. And I need to give that a height and width. So I'm going to jump into Figma for a second and see what height and width this is. So 448 by height equals 448. Width is equal to 797. Okay, so we have that in there now, and we want to make this go over to the right, obviously. So what will we do? We'll probably make a display of flex, I think, so I can put space between these rather than a grid. But I'm not too sure. I might put it in a grid as well and justify the content. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do it this way for now. So I'm going to do it flex rather than grid for this part. So we'll go, jump into here. Display flex. What happens when I do that? Perfect. Justify content center, and I want a line items center as well. Nice. I think that looks pretty much as I expected. I'll also need kind of a background image for this whole thing now as well. So I got stuck on this the last day of getting this background image because I had this lovely gradient here. Oh, and text is wrong color as well, so I'll have to change that. Don't ask. So I need the text bigger as well. It's way too small. And I need that nice gradient in the background. I'm going to add some padding to this how we work now as well, because it's just frustrating me when how we work. Padding is going to be 60 pixels even. Nice. Okay. We're all good. I'm probably going to need to make the height of this, the height of the hero image, maybe 90 VH. So it's always, or 95 VH, so I always see the ripples. I probably shouldn't be using VH for this, but who cares? Me. Height is going to be 95 VH. What happens when I do that? Oh yeah, the padding is throwing that then. Yeah, I'll definitely need to bump up some of the sizing here. But we have that then, so whenever, even on small screens, we should be able to see the ripples, basically. Yeah. So that'll look nice. I'll need to bump things up, add in, I'll probably make bigger waves here. I might even slant them, so it, oh wait, this is my camera. Yeah, so it kind of goes a little bit off angle, so it looks weirder and a bit crazier. So that's what I'm all about. Have to add in the navigation as well to this. But we're really getting there. It's getting close. It's taking longer than I expected, but it's been a bit of fun as well. I started doing this the last day, didn't I? And couldn't figure out how to create a mask. Create a mask and SVG Figma. Clicking Arpit, hopefully you're the person that's going to save me here. Clicking on the content. Okay, let me see. So we're making trying to make a clip path out of nope, that's not working. So can I flatten? So it's one vector. Okay. No, that's definitely not what I wanted. Okay, so copy that, put that here, and then in here use as mask. Close, I think. Closer. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so maybe if I'll do just one layer at a time. So use as mask, and it fails. But if I use as mask, nope. Why is that not masking? I'm after doing a few masks already here, and they seem to be pretty easy. For this time, it's not working as I had hoped. Send backward. No, why is that not working? Okay. If anyone's good at Figma or that and they can tell me why this isn't working, that would be fantastic. So I'm trying to create a mask of these two layers to create this kind of background image, because obviously it was easy messing around in Figma to just make distorted shapes, and I never thought about the actual having to export it, which is now coming back to bite me. So I needed to yeah, I think there's no way of really. I need to do this separately, I think. So we'll hold this off a second. Okay, I'm not going to waste all the time on just sitting here on Figma. This is something I can definitely figure out off the stream and come back and look like a superstar again. You can create a mask group, can you? Group selection. Oh, hold on. I think Sid is onto something here. Bring to front. Filling an image in a shape. So can I just say fill? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Effects. So yeah, that's a group now at least. So yeah, you're right on that front. So if I'm gonna Z back to hell here until I have my spots on that as well. And group selection. So that's not a group now, perfect. And then bring to front. Conta. Well, that's not what I expected. Oh, I wonder if I like just export this as an SVG self I thought I might be able to like pick a background image for a block or something. Obviously not. This is what happens when you take me that is comfortable with JavaScript and then I have to bring to front, bring to front, send backward, send backward. The least exciting bit of coding you'll see now is me just fighting with Figma. Nah, it's not working as I expected at all. Okay, so here is this. Zoom in and make a screenshot. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way of doing it at this stage. So if I make this layer a mask, use as mask. No, it's not working as I expected. Right, I'm going to figure this out off air because this could take quite a while because I clearly don't know what I'm doing with Figma to get a mask. And the weirdest part is I managed to do it very easily for all of these parts, but now it just doesn't want to behave. Weird. Create a mask from rectangle. Mask group will be created. Then position shapes over it. Okay, so oh, okay, so you're saying this is the mask group and I need to take this. That didn't work as expected. Okay, hold on. Let me go back a bit. I need to name some of these things, I think. So mask group is here. Group 97 is here. Oh, I'm butchering this. No. I am making things disappear and not the way I want. Okay. Okay, so that's... Where the hell am I? This mask. Okay, so that's kind of what I wanted, I guess. I'm gonna take that right now and I can play around with it after. Don't ask me how it worked. I think a lot of help from Tommy there and great suggestions from Stefan. That was where I was nearly getting to, I think. So now we can take this down and export that as PNG. And hopefully drag this into I knew exactly what I was doing and everyone could tell. Oh, this is the same stuff again. Show and Finder. I think I have the Finder still open for this. And we have the hero background. Just as we wanted. Oh, there isn't a little... Oh, I think there's a stroke on that, is there? I think I accidentally might have added a stroke. Transparent stroke, is there? No, it might be okay. Let's find out. Who knows? Yeah, I yeah, I will. I definitely need a bit more practice with Figma. And I am definitely a Figma ninja. But we got there, you know? This is the best way to learn these tools, is you get an odd use case and you try to figure it out. Learn by doing. Learn by doing. So, what are we going to do then? We're going to, in the hero section, background image, it's going to be the URL, / hero VG, I think I call it, .png, object fit cover or background fit. I'll need to check that. Okay, that's not what I expected. All right, but it's just one hiccup after another. Okay, so that's the object fit is definitely not what I wanted. Background image, background size, cover. Yeah. Okay, now that's slightly better. I definitely need some work with that image itself, but I won't make everyone suffer through that because that'd be cruel. And there's no need. So we have this nice little gradient in there now. It definitely needs more purple for me, or pink. So I'll play around with that afterwards. And this probably needs to be a bit bigger. Or actually, I think what I'll have to do is make everything a little bit smaller on the side of things. And text color. Is this where I changed some of these things? Why have I had this here twice? That makes sense. It's where I drank through some of these streams. That wouldn't be like me. Oh, sorry. I'm here using half a screen. Okay, so that's a bit better for sure. Okay, I'm gonna probably give it another 10 minutes of playing around with this. It's really starting to get there though, so that's obviously my favorite. I don't know why. Oh, I didn't see the celebration from Sid here as well. Huzzah! Yes. Yeah, I'm surprised I got there at all, to be honest. Grow your business. And let's start. What will we work on? I think I'd like to separate these as well. I'm going to do that afterwards because I'd like if they kind of split when you hover or move, that they kind of move around a little bit. They look like there's so much motion here that's kind of weird to have these kind of glued onto the screen. I think this blob in the background should probably be moving and these people should be kind of floating around a little. I think that'd be a pretty cool effect if I can get that to work. So I'll need to go and chop up that image to make that work. But I won't put everyone through that because we've seen how bad I was at just getting a background image for that. I do have new images for all of these. I have new images for each section here, which is nice. I do need to space this out. So where's my blog? I even change this to 400, 400, 400, and then 50. Nope, not doing that. It's because the images are a very fixed height already. So let's leave it at that for the moment. Need to do some maths here. How much is... What is the width on this? I have 350, 350, 350, display grid. Yeah, that's why it's not working. So it's 450 might be a better option, but then I'd have to change the sizing of the heading. So if I go 4, 60, it's a little bit better to read, but now my images are off. So in my images, four. Is that better or worse? Does it look too big? Maybe down to 400. $400's a good size, and then we can jump into the blog again. Blog section. Let's say 400. Yeah, I think that looks a bit better. Looks more of a suitable size than what it was. And yeah, we're really starting to get there. So what I really need to do now, I suppose the next day, what I'm going to do is start finishing off. We'll have to do the navigation. I need to to-do list here now. What do I need to do? I need to write this down on a list, or else I'll forget. Get all the images, content. I'm gonna make a checklist of these things. So next one, we're gonna really start polishing this up. I might even do it during the week again, earlier in the week, because I really want to polish this up before Christmas, have it done, so I can start new projects in the new year. Get all images, get content, get... What else do we have to do? We need to... Yeah, get images, content, 3 blog posts. Separate illustration for hero. And we also need... What else do we need? Fix. hero background image. And then we'll also want to bump up the sizes. I might actually do that right now because I'm going to forget about that if I don't. So why is this so small? Let's go into the hero. Hero. Are all my P's small? They shouldn't be as small as that. Bum. So, then if we go to P again, font size, var P. .25 maybe. It's a little bit better. Yeah, let me show you what I'm looking at here. I forgot I'm off coding with a big screen again. So this is just seems a bit too big, too small for that. So I think even on the hero, what font sizes are these using? Look at my graveyard of gradients trying to get that to work. It's a much bigger size, so that's yeah, I'm gonna have to use a header size on that. So my P will become var H3. Let's see. Yeah, it's better. And all my buttons should have the font size of the base font size, so that should be okay. Nice. So grow your business, design products. Yeah, this definitely needs motion. This looks so terrible next to this now because there's so much motion here. I'd nearly need to add some motion into that back wave as well. I might worry about that another time. And even maybe the dots kind of going. Yeah, I need to add a lot more motion to the hero top. Like the site looks pretty cool, but this needs a lot more motion. Where does the name hero image come from? Good question. I've always seen these sections like when you, sorry, just before, if anyone's wondering what question I'm answering, where does the name hero image come from? So I've always seen in templates and everything else that they call the landing picture when you have something giant like show off in the middle of your site or as soon as you land on the site as a hero image. I don't know why. That's something to research actually. Weird. But what, as I said, like this definitely needs a lot more motion. We need a nav bar. We are getting so close to being done at least. And that's only the landing page. I mightn't bother streaming the contact pages and the blog theme. You can decide yourselves if you want to see it. Oh yeah, the mobile view is going to be, I have to make it responsive. That's a whole section. The responsive view will be something like this, Praveen. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a scroller for that, am I? So there's gonna be a lot of work on making that work. Yay! Yeah, I think I will call it a day at this. But I think we made some good progress. We have that. Oh, and I need to do the logos and the how. Yeah, actually, never mind. There's going to be about 3 or 4 more sessions on this. Logos. And yeah, I'm going to have to do probably 2 streams next week to catch up. So I might do another one on Tuesday. Or if I do one on Friday, I might want to do one on Saturday again as well. Just to catch up with some of this stuff because we're getting there, but I just want to get it done. So logos and then the who or the Kodu meaning. Because I have that in here. Kodu is Irish for coding, and then all those bits and pieces, and add in these images. So that section needs to be added in. How can I do that now? Or how do I add a max width to this whole thing? Where is my layout? Here I am jumping straight into other things. New file, layout.module.css, and I'm going to import styles from styles, and we can call this styles.container. What happens when I do that? Okay. Okay, it needs to be bigger than that. 1600 pixels. Bigger. 2100 pixels and a margin of 0 auto. And box shadow of var shadow, I think. Let's find out what my shadow is called. And I just wanted to constrain the whole page. I think it looks a bit of a weird, might look a bit cooler if I add in like a nice background color to the whole document, then like a black or something, like a nearly black, and it's this like page down the middle. So it's actually funny because now I'm confusing it with this because of the background there. So where is my main.css? I don't know. I'm gonna see if I like this. Which is the heaviest one here? 0.4. Shadow 1. Let's put shadow 1 in and see what happens. Shadow 3 is what I've been doing. Let's do shadow 1. Nice. Okay, so there's a shadow on it, so you can tell the difference between the pages. Oof. Until I get to the footer. So the footer needs to be brought into the layout basically then. That looks pretty cool. I like that. What do people think of that as a cop out for not wanting to design for super wide screens? I could probably put a bit of a darker shadow on it as well. I might even just see what it looks like with a changing the body background. I'm gonna make a document background, so say var black. Yeah, I was thinking out with the way of stretching, but like I think when it comes to it's very unusual looking, and I kind of like that it's unusual. See, if the waves are stretching, yeah, I'm getting this as well. Yeah, definitely. I'm totally underestimating this. Yeah, well, I guess I'm building an entire website, and it would usually take me a couple of weeks to do something like this, and I'm expecting to get it done in a couple hours all the time. And I also get distracted by the chat and everything else. So, yeah, absolutely. It's so true, though. 2 more weeks. Thankfully, this is for me and not a client, or they'd be very annoyed. Yeah, what do people think about that? Having something like that in the background, maybe something less dark. But I really like that style. I think it looks a bit weird, but I don't know whether it's weird good or weird bad. So I am curious to see what people think about it. This I could definitely make a little bit smaller, I think, on the width side of things. Go back into the layout. I'm gonna make it slightly bigger. Bigger. 2250. Maybe I could put like a... What do you think if I put subtle waves in the background of the whole thing? I bet you I can come up with something funky to make the background even look a bit cooler as well. yeah, I'm liking that. I'm gonna probably leave it at this kind of layout for the moment, because I'm really not able to decide whether I like it or not. I think I need to just leave it and look at it a bit more, and I might decide, you know what, I want it to full width. It's hard to decide. White? No, the only reason I'm not going white is there's so much white on it already. It's hard to change the... So if I go into my main CSS, by the way, I was going to end this a few minutes ago, but let's look with purple actually. Let me copy this in, go into the body, doc, background, we'll say that, and in the body I'm going to change this to doc background. Can't decide whether I like it or not. It's a little bit better. See, if I do it that way, it looks like the print screen from Chrome. So I think I will throw it to that. Right, I think I like it like this, but I'm not. Check out -b week 7. Add this. Changes for week 7. More waves. I'll come back. I'll play with that. I really don't know if I like how it looks. So we'll say git push then, and I'll say the lovely command line tool I use. And that will be live very soon. Does anyone have any questions before I jump off? We are getting there. Boom. Yeah, I'm very happy with how this looks now. It's starting to really come together at least. But again, there's no point in rushing it either. Lots of gradients, lots of fun, and lots of madness. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. And if you have any questions, jump into our Discord and you'll catch me there. And until next time, happy coding.